transparent and upfront with New Zealanders, and we're going to put our children first.
The Honourable Chris Finlayson.
Mr. Speaker, nothing is more depressing and humbling than having to follow Tracy Martin in the general debate, because there is a person whose greatest claim to fame was that she was a board member of Mahurangi College's Board of Trustees before she came into Parliament, and as we all know, she is utterly incompetent as a minister. I was trying to work out the other day the dynamics of this coalition government, and then I worked out the answer, because it reminds me very much of that excellent play by Christopher Marlowe, Dr. Faustus. And Dr. Faustus is the person who sold his soul to Lucifer in exchange for a few baubles. But at the end of the day, Lucifer demands his price. He wants the soul of Dr. Faustus. And you, Mr. Speaker, from your outstanding academic days at Onslow College, would remember Faustus's last speech. "Ah, Faustus, now thou hast but one bare hour to live, then thou must be damned perpetually. O lente, lente, curate noctis equi," because Satan has come to claim his soul. And that is the dynamic in this coalition government. Well, I don't know what they learnt at Petone Tech, but that's what we did while Greg O'Connor and I did at St Pat's. Well, I don't know that Greg O'Connor actually went very much to class because he was too busy down the front ground smoking. But I digress, because this is what happened in the negotiation with New Zealand First. They sold their soul to old Nick, to Lucifer, whom we shall describe as the Right Honourable Winston Peters, the vanquished Member of Parliament for Tauranga and Hunua and Northland, so that they could have the baubles of office. And when they got there, they said to themselves, well, great, we're here, what are we going to do? And they had no idea, because they weren't prepared for government. But slowly but surely, old Nick has called in the favours, and I'm not talking about Dr. Smith. He's young Nick, and so we have the refugee debate. We have the debate about whether or not a building should be built behind Parliament. Everyone was in favour of it. Mr. Peters was opposed to it, but what Winston Peters goes. That's the dynamic of this government, and it's a tragedy, because I said to Russell Marshall the other day that the Labour Party has so much to be proud of in its history, and probably the best economic government other than John Key's government was the tremendous government that you were a member of between 1984 and 1987, which did some wonderful work to make the New Zealand economy actually grow, and the Labour Party can be very proud of it. But what they have today is a party that has sold its soul to New Zealand First, and so they have to sit around the same table as the Tracy Martins of this world, who demonstrably are not up to holding even the portfolios that she holds, that makes a mountain out of a molehill when it comes to inquiries and so on, that Fletcher Tabato is poncing around the world on behalf of Mr. Peters, attending inaugurations, for example, of the President of Chile, people who in most circumstances wouldn't even qualify for chairs of the rabbit board at home, but instead they're holding ministerial portfolios. Simply not up to it. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, I feel so sorry for the Andrew Littles of this world, because people who can make a contribution are shackled with these dreadful people, and indeed we have people like Claire Curran and others who have got into ministerial office who simply haven't got a clue about what they are to do, and the Mecca-fighteries of this world. And it's a tragedy for the Labour Party. It's a tragedy for New Zealand. This is a government that took office when it wasn't ready for government. People who weren't ready for the great responsibilities that ministerial office demands of them. They haven't got a clue about what they want to achieve in terms of policies. They're reliant on old codgers like Michael Cullen to come up with ideas in the tax area and so on. All these reviews, Mr Speaker, it's hopeless.
The Honourable Jenny Finlayson.
Malo pito e kisea pe malo e lau mali